The idea of putting in mobile technology, using mobile learning in education, it's a good idea. It's inevitable. It will happen. But there has been the struggle to get it in, to convince folks, has been very difficult. The company that I started failed, and we lost a lot of money. We raised a bunch of money from family and friends, my Aunt Phyllis, my friends gave money, and we lost it all because it was too early, and we couldn't convince folks.
How much did you lose?
We lost $1 million. A great teacher, absolutely great teacher. Oh my gosh, my gosh, my gosh. Good morning. Hi.
This is Rebecca. Good to meet you.
Hi. Good morning. Good morning.
It's been a while.
It has been a while, and
Hi.
that's Marcin.
Yes, Marcin. Good to see you again.
Ready to go upstairs?
Yes.
Okay. Schools are set up to do what they've always done for the last 200 years. In the late 1800s, there was a meeting at Harvard. It was called the Committee of 10, and they decided what the curriculum would be for students who are going to go to Harvard. As it turns out, that same curriculum dominates today. I know it sounds absolutely crazy, but it's true. And John Dewey has a quote: teachers shouldn't help kids learn. Teachers should help kids do, because in the doing comes the learning. So the idea of telling kids stuff and standing at the front of the classroom, no.
Control it better and get a lot of the bugs worked out, and then it made a very nice transition.
Yeah.
So
I was describing what I was going to be seeing today to a friend, and the friend asked me, why a parochial school rather than a public school? And somebody else said, well, they're not so conservative.
right.
You know?
Right.
But that's really true. I mean, Sister Rebecca said, come on in. Public schools, I've offered it to them, to enter our public schools.
Right.
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
Right.
Not a chance.
Which is really their loss, because what they're
absolutely.
doing in the public schools is they're saying to the teachers, here's your iPad cart. Use it. You need to use it in order for us to, gain more students and look good and meet whatever standards. And those teachers are saying, I have new standards coming out, the next generation stuff that's all coming out, the Common Core. I have all this curriculum that you keep adding to, you never take anything away. I have more students that I have to differentiate for, and now I have to integrate this as well. And they're overwhelmed. Whereas I have the university coming and saying, here, we're going to help you. We wrote something for you that actually works for education and is actually useful for you, and we're going to help you figure out how to use it. And do you have some input for us? Because we can make some changes.
I found it.
I mean, this is the best science curriculum going. But they're nice people, but they don't want to work.
Really?
So the first goal is make all the heterogeneous devices appear homogeneous in the classroom. And what the term is BYOD, bring your own device. That's what schools are doing now. They're saying, kids, bring whatever you have, but it makes it chaos for the teacher because every kid has a different piece of software. There's no way to make an assignment. So now with our software called the We Learn mobile platform, it makes all those devices the same. Step one. Step two. What is the teacher going to do? What is the assignment? If the assignment is read a book and answer these questions, that's the old way of doing it. I mean, here's a worksheet, kids. Fill out a worksheet, and you can do the worksheet on an Android tablet or a Windows 8 laptop. That's the old way.
What else do we need to do?
And they're independent in the sense that they can make it bigger, make it smaller, and they can add independently. But if she adds something, it appears
everywhere.
everywhere. The computer gives the kids unprecedented opportunity to engage in research. And it gives them an unprecedented opportunity to work together. That's what our software really enables. And how do you coordinate your work together so that you don't do something on top of his work?
We just talk. We can communicate. It's easier to do it than over paper where we're all bunched together. Now we're spread out and we can communicate easier.
We're saying, instead of paper and pencil, use this thing called a mobile phone, a tablet. And people say, well, I didn't learn that way. It's not the way I learned. And you know, I did just fine. Thank you very much. So why do my kids need that? And they say, well, today isn't yesterday. Your kids aren't you. The times are different. And they say, yeah, the times are different, but it worked for me. Why don't we just stay with something that works? I know it works. I said, it doesn't work for the kids today. They don't read the way you read. They don't like books. They just don't like that medium. Oh, they like books. No, most of them don't. They want the video. They want the media. They want something a little hotter. And I think the first thing is that we got to get across is this is different, and it's not about you. It's about the kids.
And then it changes to oxygenated blood, which is red, and then it goes back down to the left atrium, and you get oxygen. And you breathe out, you exhale carbon dioxide.
And then what's happening in the tissues of the body that changes the color of the blood?
Your
Do you
exhale.
remember what that process is called?
Cell respiration.
Right, so your cell respiration.
I'm here today because of teachers who sort of took an interest in me. I remember my first grade teacher. She liked me. And we're having trouble today in public education. We're seeing all these attacks on public education, and I hate it because I believe that public education is still the great equalizer. And so why do I care about schools? It did so much for me. I want to give back. We want every kid in the state of Michigan to be using this technology. And it's conceivable. We could do it. Last night I was talking to my wife and she said, we were talking about retirement. She said, when are you going to retire? And I said, retire? Retire? I can't retire. I can't. What are you no. And she laughed and she knew I was going to retire. I'm not giving up. If I gave up, I was going to give up, I could have given up a while ago. No. Now I think it's all come together. It's draining. It's draining on my family. It's draining on me. But yet, again, I feel I have a gift. I have an opportunity. I have a time. And, you know, if not me, then who? So I'm going to do this thing.